It's Sandi Masori from Balloon Utopia, Market with Balloons. Today I am here live on site here in Washington with my good friend Raquel from Balloon Splendor. You may notice I'm wearing a different shirt today. So I've come up here to help her, and we're doing a whole bunch of really fun things for an event for the United Way. What we are going to be making now is a balloon drop. So it's a little bit hard to see because our net is black and it kind of fades in. But what we have here is we have the net spread out so that we can just load it with balloons. So now you may notice a couple of things I want to point out is, one, we have the net closed on both sides and the bottom is also closed. So that way all we need to do is sew up the top, and the top will then become the bottom to pull. Okay, in terms of what you need, you can either make your own or you can buy ready-made balloon drop nets. The main important thing is that the holes are smaller than the balloons, right? Obviously. Otherwise it doesn't hold the balloons very well. So that's really all that's important there. And then as you see, we've set the whole thing up, lined it up. We're using some poles here to hold it open so that we can just go and drop the balloons in. Oftentimes when I do it, I use various sizes and shapes of balloons, but today we're looking for a really consistent size, and so I am using my sizer today. Normally when I do balloon drops, I don't size them. I want random sizes. I use 5-inch balloons, 11-inch balloons, 16-inch balloons, 3-foot balloons, non-round balloons, and I throw them all in there so that when it falls, it's kind of a random flurry effect, but not today. Anyways, so let me show you. Basically all we're going to do is we're just going to inflate the balloons, and for us today we're inflating them to about 9 inches. All right, bear with me, you're going to hear some noise here. Okay, now we're not tying them as duplets. We want them all to be individuals, so all we're going to do is just individually tie it and toss it in. Individually tie it and toss it in. So that's really, and you see I've mashed all the balloons together so that I can get a random color placement. I don't want to have too many chunks of color. And basically, that's really all there is to it. It's just blowing and tying a lot of balloons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some pictures in as we go along showing our progress, and then we'll come back on video once we're finished and we'll show how we sew it up, and then also rigging it up and the whole thing. Unfortunately, we will not be here to actually film the drop, but I'm sure that if you've ever seen any sort of national convention, Republican or Democrat, you've seen a balloon drop fall before. So I have confidence that you can probably figure out what happens once the string is pulled. So there you go, and on with it. Okay, and we're back. Sorry for the drop in sound here, but I took the mic out. I didn't want it to get tangled up with the line. So anyways, you see we've got this pretty much full. It's not all the way full. We're still going to keep stuffing it, but we're going to start sewing it now. So like we said before, the only open part is the top. Everything else is sealed. It's sewed on the sides, and the bottom is also closed. So all we're going to do is a little running stitch. If you guys, if you've ever sewed like a base stitch, in and out, in and out. Now, I'm using fishing line. You do want to make sure that if you're using fishing line, or whatever line you're using, that you either wax it or you put a silicone spray on it or something, and that when you're shooting a video, you remember to turn your phone off. That's mine. Okay, so what we were saying is that you want to wax the line, or otherwise make the line, put some silicone spray on it, or something that's going to make it move smoother so that it won't get caught in the net. So all we're doing is we're just doing a little running stitch. And so we're just going in and out, and basically the general rule is that you just want to make sure that you're not doing it so close together that it's going to bunch up, but you're also not doing it so far apart that your balloons can fall out. Okay, so it's just like this, just in and out, in and out, in and out. And what I usually do is I'll kind of like do a few, like I'll go here, maybe I'll do like 5 or 6 stitches, and then pull it through, because anyways, it's going to need to slide and pull easily, otherwise it won't pull for the drop. So, so I'll kind of do like this, and like this. So you see it's getting kind of bunchy here while I'm doing this, and like that, and then now I'm going to just kind of pull it through. And so as I'm doing this, I'm kind of checking as I go that it's actually going to move. So I don't know that you need to watch me sew the whole way. We'll just leave it on just a little bit longer, just to make sure you get the idea, and then of course we'll come back when there's more to see. So here we go, in and out, in and out. Like that. And can we see? We got a good angle on this? I know it's kind of hard to see because I'm using, you know, basically invisible materials here. But maybe you can kind of see it. And you do want to have a little bit left over. You don't want to do it right up at the top because then if it pulls, it's going to pull right out. So you do want to have a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a tail up on the top, or a little bit of a margin. Yeah, that's the word. All right, so we'll be back.